Bettina Ortiz Guaymina was not accustomed to waiting. A former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up. Of course, the exceedingly bronzed strawberry blonde was these days the wife of Miami Auto Parts tycoon Herman Ortiz Guaymina, and at every restaurant she chose to grace with her presence, she was always greeted with reverence and whisked to the exact table she desired. Today, she wanted the corner table on the terrace at Sip Sip, her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Island. She wanted to sit on one of the comfy orange canvas director's chairs and stare out at the gently lapping turquoise waters while eating her kale Caesar salad. But there was a large noisy group taking. Bettina fumed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch in the sun. Look how tacky they were. The woman overly tanned, wrinkled and sago. None of them properly lifted or botoxed. She felt like walking up to their table and handing out her dermatologist's business cards. And the men were even worse, all dressed in all rumpled shirts and shorts, wearing those cheap straw hats. Feeling that she had been patient long enough, Bettina stormed into the kitchen, the fringe on her crochet Pucci kaftan top shaking furiously as she made a beeline for the woman with a shock of pixie cut blonde hair manning the main stove. "Julie, honey, what's the dealio? I've waited more than 15 minutes for my table." Bettina sighed to the owner of the restaurant. "Sorry, Bettina, it's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace showed up fast just before you did," Julie replied as she handed off a bowl of spicy conch chili to waiting server. "But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on earth did you let those tourists take up all that space?" "Well, that tourist in the red fishing cap is the Duke of Glencorra. His party just boated over from Windermere. That's his Royal Heisman. You see mud off the coast. Isn't it the most handsome sailboat you've ever seen?" "I'm not impressed by big boats," Bettina huffed, although secretly she was rather impressed by people with big title. From the kitchen window, she surveyed the party assembled on the terrace. These aristo-British types were such a strange breed. Sure, they had their Savile Row suits and their heirloom tiaras, but when they traveled, they looked so painfully frumpy. It was only then that Bettina noticed three tan, well-built men in fitted white t-shirts and black Kevlar pants sitting at the adjacent table. The guys weren't eating but sat watchfully, sipping glasses of seltzer water. "I assume that's the Duke's security detail." Actually, those bodyguards belonged to the Duke's special guest. They did a whole sweep of the restaurant before the party arrived.